Alright, so let's check out today's flea market haul. This is a Thursday haul. Don't usually get to go out there on Thursdays, but today I did. So first we're going to have the, what is this thing called on the bottom? Transport plane. On the box it's called DHL Cargo. I think it's inspired by a C-133 Cargo Master. So I think it's inspired by. But I have another one of these. And this one was in its packaging, but its packaging was trashed, so you just open it, you know? Now we're going to have, put the camera there, we're going to have this thing called the Twin Boom. It's a generic, obviously, but very decent looking. Got another one right here somewhere. You've probably seen this thing before. We've got the hypersonic jet. It's a knockoff Concorde. There we go. Here's the other Twin Boom right here. City, what's that say? City Hopper. Got a bunch of helicopters up next. We're going to have the 2008 helicopter from the 2008 Police 5-pack. This is the rescue helicopter A42. Right there's the batch number. So that's pretty old. Pretty old for when they actually had batch numbers in that form that we have them now. We've got another mission helicopter. You've seen this one before. This is from a 5-pack from the 90s. Rotors cut in half and the tail retracts. Here we've got a few of these. These are all the same. Like, you got these generic helicopters here. There's, I guess, the window tint's a bit different there. We've got a lot of military vehicles in this haul. We got a lot. It's over half. Got another helicopter here, and this one even has its own window tint. And we got a different type of helicopter, again, with another color. This one has 4 rotors. Next we're going to have a stunt plane. This one has an old batch number as well. Looks like A42. This one's my favorite so far. I've got a bunch of these now. Got a B2 Spirit. It says Nation Guard on there. Got this thing, what's this thing called? Biplane. Skybuster 85. This one has an even older batch number of B31. It's a 2008. And it even has a pilot in there. It's like the World War I pilot mask. Here we've got an A7 with no canopy and a first generation landing gear. Made in England. So from at least the 80s. Probably earlier with that landing gear, but I'm not entirely sure. Got this variety of A10. You've definitely seen this one before. All metal. That one's pretty heavy. Here we're going to have, this thing's got another weird name. Sky Cargo. In packaging over the years, this thing has had like its own name on everything. But it's a C-17. Like, look at it. Totally it's a C-17. Gonna have an E2 Hawkeye from Dynaflights, and this one actually has the Zalmex name and logo on the bottom. It's in good condition except for this putty pile that I have on the bottom here. We got a few aircraft with that on there. Large scale, oops, dropped the helicopter there. We've got a large scale Dynaflights Harrier. Seen that before, I'm pretty sure. Another EA6, but this one has blue missiles for some reason. Or pods, those aren't missiles. I'm gonna putty pile on the feet. The blue missiles are something new. And we've got an S3 with the same thing, putty pile and blue missiles. Dynaflights F4. This one has different markings. Those aren't the usual markings we see. The printed US roundel and tail number there. Small scale Dynaflights Harrier. Got a MiG-29, someone glued some pods on there. One of them's missing, that we'll have to rub all that off. Here we've got this thing, Seaplane. Skybuster number, I don't know. Looks like the Spruce Goose kind of to me. With a batch number of B37. Lots of 2008 stuff so far. Here we've got, yeah, this is the first Lynn toy. We've got a Lynn toy, Boeing 747. This is the shuttle carrying aircraft. This thing is on display at Palmdale now. I'm not entirely sure. It's in California somewhere, but it carried the space shuttle. See, it's got these special elevators. I'm not entirely sure what they are for, but it carried a space shuttle. It would have sat right here on these pegs, but no space shuttle with this, apparently, unfortunately. But it's a really good 747. Yeah, check that out. It's all metal too. That one's pretty heavy. We've got a 727 from another different brand, Play Art, made in Hong Kong. It's a really old school Lufthansa graphics. The 727 is one of my favorite airplanes, so I had to grab it. It's missing 2 engines though, unfortunately. Another Lufthansa, more modern graphics, but still old. A300. Got this thing here, what's this? Snow Explorer Skybuster 93. Like an aircraft with skis to land on snowy snow or ice. Got a real toy 757, I believe these are. U.S. Airways, that doesn't exist. That does not exist anymore. But very good. I like these. Let's move the camera over a little bit. We've got 3 Dynaflights A4 Skyhawks. These are the first Skyhawks of any variety that I have. I don't have Matchbox ones. Matchbox has them too, I'm pretty sure. Putty piles, but let's check them all out. There's a variation here. You see AK up there, and then NE right there. Navy's in a different location. Yeah, they're slightly different. You can see the colorations. They're pretty heavy for their size as well. Here we're going to have the airliner, the DC-3. In a, what's that say there? Wild Animal Transport and Rescue, like zebra coloration. B-52, how about that, huh? Too bad it isn't actually a B-52. Alright, now we're on to the actual cars and stuff. Let's go with the police launch. This one's a classic. I'm missing a cop, though. He got eaten or something. But, this is one people like, I'm pretty sure. I have, what's this one? Yeah, another real toy, the Crown Vic. NYPD. You've seen this one before, a sport SUV from, I believe, 2004. Came in a 5-pack. 2008 Crown Vic. I know it's not a 2008, but it's from the 2008 5-pack. A42 with the wheel variation. These were like, I think these wheels here were the more rare variation. From 2013, we've got the, what's this called? Mitsubishi Lancer. At least was this the, yep, that's what I meant, 60th anniversary. Like a premium line that they had. We've got the Chevy Transfer Bus metal. All metal variety. Very nice. Porsche Cayenne, I believe this is. Yep. Clean white coloration. Got this thing. This is a generic. What is this? Oh, no, it's not. That's a lie. Ford Explorer Sport Track. This one's pretty nice. I like the mud decos on here. Decos. What is this? A GTO? Yeah, it is. Nice. Very nice coloration here. Hot Wheels, obviously. Move the camera over again. Got this thing here. VW-Porsche 914. That's what it says on the bottom. I don't know what that means. VW-Porsche, Volkswagen Porsche. What? But it's a nice little thing. Got the tractor plow. I like this one because the plow's metal, so that's pretty heavy. 2008 garbage truck. Sanitation and recycling. Very nice. 97 F-150. The grill looks really nice on this one. It's very, very good looking. Ford Aeromax. This is going to go with the trailer we got in the back there. But plain yellow, nothing on it. Plain white Challenger here. It looks like there would have been something on the hood there with all that. This one's all white. Ink Construction Ground. What's this thing called? Ground grinder. I've seen that before. We've got another Hot Wheels 97 F-150. Yeah. I like these ones a lot. Our two lone fire department vehicles. We've got an ambulance here, the Ford ambulance. East, what's that, 2012. This is not the re-release. This is the original one that actually has metal, because they re-released this thing all plastic. You've got the Pierce, what's this thing called? Pierce Dash Fire District logo. I have this one already, but I grab every Fire District logo vehicle that there is. Alright, let's check out these trailers here. I think this thing actually has a name as well. Yeah, it's a Matchbox. Articulated trailer. It is an articulated trailer. And I think this is from like a Thomas the Train set or something, but I'm just like, I'll grab that as well because it looks cool. It's like pipes or something. We've got Road Champs. It's a Road Champs. It's a trailer. Nothing else really on there. Something was on here. Maybe this might have been a car carrier, but it's broken now, obviously. Got another one of these Mustangs. What's this, like a 2010 Mustang? Yeah, it is. But I like this one. I like this coloration. We've got, what do they call this thing? Yeah, just utility truck. It's a Ford B series with his buckets. So you hardly ever find these buckets. So grab them if you see them. International CXT recast where they took some metal out there. Construction. Got a majorette here. This one's actually made in France. That's pretty cool. Toyota 4x4. It's got an engine. Yeah, a little bit. This is not a casting I knew it existed. Mercury Sable Wagon. A little bit of damage there, but I get the idea. This thing's pretty neat. I want to find one of these in good condition. AMC Pacer. What a notorious car. Corgi. Yeah, that thing. That's a car. All right. 75 Chevy. This one's pretty nice. I like these trucks. This thing called the GM Wrecker. I have one of these that's all metal. This one is not. Just the body's metal on this one. Towage is still there. It's in really good condition. Paint-wise. School bus. 2004 school bus. City Unified School District. like this. Very basic. It's a bus. You know, nothing, no nonsense on there. Got the was this '98 Dodge, 1994 Dodge. Okay, with a bed cover there. We got this thing. I can't remember what this is called. This is like an '85 Civic. Nope, I was wrong. Toyota AE86 Corolla. This is like some like drifter car or something. Alright, now we're moving on to the real big amount of stuff we got here. I'm going to start off with the Humvees. Everything here is going to be military, obviously. We got this variety Humvee. I think this is, yep, it's a Hot Wheels with this pretty neat turret on it. And a tow hitch that's really high off the ground. We've got this one, just basic, just with just the star. We've got this one, which is multicam, damaged tow missile. All these open, by the way. Well, yep, they do. MB256. We've got this one, which is a clone of the one from 2 ago, but he's desert colored. We've got this one, which is not the same as that one. It has no star and says Alpha Company with mud splatter. We've got this one, which is from that same flat pack as that helicopter from the beginning of the video. This one's pretty nice. It's like a jungle coloration. I'm going to have to keep moving the camera over. We're going to run out of space over here. We got some miscellaneous things here. We got the Ford Expedition. Probably seen this before. We have a lot of generic vehicles in here as well. We got this thing, kind of reminds me of a like a Blazer maybe. It's got an antenna. We've got this thing. Now this is interesting. Ever heard? Oh, it's another Play Art amphibian Jeep, made in Macau. There. This thing's cool. We've got a lot of the generic vehicles. I think are pretty cool in this haul. We've got a generic Jeep. Doors open though. We've got this thing. It's a vehicle with a gun. We've got another G. Oh, this is actually a Maisto. It's got rubber tires. I think it winds up. No, it doesn't. Okay, but it's a Maisto. We've got this MXT. This thing's pretty recent. Yeah, J. So. Like last year, 2 years ago. Got this radar truck with a radar dish that spins around, and it's got a tow hitch, so it could haul your little radar trailers. You've got this thing, which I was pretty excited for. We got the Cadillac V100 from Corgi Juniors. Look at that, made in Great Britain. The dual machine guns. This thing's pretty neat. Got two different ones. We've got the LVTPA-7, what are they calling it though? Amphibious personnel carrier. I feel like this one's from like a mission force or something. Not a mission force, but like a Battle King set maybe. Oop, hit the camera again. We've got this one, which I believe you've seen before, which is like a mainline version from like turn of the century, like 2000. We've got this M1 Abrams here, Johnny Lightning. It's like a, I guess a minesweeper. It's because it's got these teeth on the front or whatever. A very neat one. We're gonna have more Abrams here. We're gonna have this one, which is actually a Maisto. It's not a Matchbox, but it looks identical. It's completely identical. We've got the basic one with just the green body, white star. You've seen that before, I think. Here's his twin. Got this one, which I know you've seen before. We've got this one, which matches, excuse me, the scheme from the LVTPA-7 earlier. What's it say on there? I can't quite tell what that says, but we got like the radiation symbols here. Atomic? I don't know. Something. It's cool though. It's got to be from a Battle King set. We got two of these Bradleys. This is the basic desert scheme with the star. We're gonna have 3 weasels. These things are, I really like these things. We got the one with the basic green with star. Another desert scheme one, like tiger camo. And this multi-cam. These things are neat. The turrets spin, kind of, because they were like roll-o-matics. But since they're like so old, they, you know, it just deteriorates. We got 3 of these, the M113s. This one was like a custom, I guess. It's got paint on there. And we got 2 of these ones you've seen several times already. And now we're onto like supply vehicles here, like trucks and stuff. You've got this thing. It's a Hot Wheels. I'm not sure what you call this thing. There's a guy in there. He's like reaching up there. I don't know what you call this thing, but I like it. Another command vehicle, the mobile home, which you've seen before. And here we go. We've got a ton of these things. A ton of these like generic supply trucks. I think they are Hot Wheels though. I don't know the army trucks very well because there's like so many. M923A1. And another one. And another one. And none of them are the same either. We've got another Hot Wheels one here. And this one's got a guy waving like a maniac in there. Move the camera over in a minute here. We got one of these things you've seen before. I guess it's like I'm not quite sure. It's something. We've got the really generic ones, but they're nice camo. It's all plastic, unfortunately. Got another Hot Wheels one. We've got this thing, which is a Masto. FMTV 2.5 ton Stewart and Stevenson. I'm not sure what that is. But it's a truck. That's all I know. Now we're getting on to, let's see, we got our AA stuff over here. We got this thing, like the BRDM we're calling it. Or BTR rather, that's BRDM. With AA missiles on it. We've got 2 different, we've got this thing, I think this is a Hot Wheels, yeah. It's just a gun. It's got a gun, AA gun. We've got a half-track, another Hot Wheels. With the same gun. That's like a World War II half-track. We've got this thing. It's got like Strela 2 rockets on it. But it's kind of cool. We've got this Majorette. This thing actually has its rocket, because forever I found them like this. And like, what does the missile look like? But there it is. And it's got that multi-cam on it, kind of. We've got some real North Korean technology right here. We've got a truck with a rocket. I don't know how that rocket is actuated or launched, but it's a truck with a rocket, and another one, a green one. Does this one actually turn? I don't think it's supposed to. Alright, we've got a good old Sherman tank right here. Mud splatter. It's actually a matchbox. Yep. Alright, here we're gonna get on to like the really bad, like, top 4 North Korean, Soviet Russia junk tanks, but they're actually pretty cool. We got this one. I think these are actually US tanks. I don't really know tanks too well. Got that one. We got this thing. I think this thing is a King Tiger. Or maybe like one of the like mouse derivatives. It's German. I think it's a King Tiger. That's a guess. We've got this thing. This thing is definitely some sort of a SU or tank destroyer, because of this. It's like a T-34 chassis. So that's an SU tank destroyer. Not sure which one. We've got this thing. I don't know what it is. Got one of these. I don't know what it is. One of these. I don't know what it is. You can hear that a lot. This thing kind of looks like a Patton, maybe. I'm not sure. Another, maybe, I don't know. It looks like an IS with that upper glacis plate right there. It looks like an IS kind of. We got the tank that won the war, the T-34. I think feel like it's a Dynaflight almost, kind of. Not a Dynaflight, but I feel like it's made by the same people. Oh, that was annoying. You've got another one. You've got a lot of these junk ones. Another one. None of them, I don't think any of them are the same either, so that's pretty cool. Or there might be some that are the same, but another one of these things. Got one of these things. That's got to be a real tank. Yeah, it's a Hot Wheels. Look at that. Another one. This one's definitely real. This is a Hot Wheels for sure. There's a lot of good Hot Wheels in here, actually. Yeah, it doesn't say what it is. No. Yeah, that one's actually really neat. It's all metal, too, except for the turret. Another one of these. Yeah, there's actually definitely a few that are the same in here, but not too many. Most of them are different. Another one. Another one. Now this one's for sure is a tiger, is a Henschel tiger. Look at the turret. Yeah, it's a Henschel tiger for sure. And last row here, we're gonna have two of the MLRSs. Sand one and the desert, the sand and desert. Sand one and the jungle one. We're gonna have this really cool one. We got a, what's this thing called? SP gun. This one's really neat. I guess it's like an artillery piece or a tank destroyer. Not sure if it's a real thing. Got another Hot Wheels. This one's really neat. This one's an artillery piece. I wish there was more of these. As you can see, it's got seats for the gunners or whatever, and it got some ammunition right there. This one's one of my favorites, I think. We got two transporter vehicles, and these ones have their missiles. They're glued there. And I'm okay with that. Whoever did it, I'm okay with that, because you're not going to lose your missiles ever again, you know? And last thing, we got a real working rig. The missile launcher. And it's got two missiles. This goes up only that far, but it pivots all the way around. It's got this machine gun here that moves. We got a hatch that opens to show, looks like a steering wheel in there. Gee, so 2014 this was built. Real working rig number 33. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this haul. It's like over 100 vehicles, like it's gotta be. There it is, can barely get it all in frame. So thank you guys very much for watching.